Here we are again, number 45 out of the 100 Lives Challenge. My name is Ingrid, and I want to talk to you about today about moving your comfort zone. I did something new today, which scared the hell out of me. I've been postponing it for a couple of months, actually, and that is taking a cold shower. Now, whenever I am in the shower, it makes me feel relaxed, right? It's a place where where my mind that's always rushing with things that I need to do, where it calms down and I can take a moment for myself to pamper myself or just be nice to myself. So that's what the shower means to me. And I wanted to know what it is like to do a cold shower, actually a cold plunge, in an ice bath, but I don't have an ice bath, so I thought, let's do the cold shower thing. And I've been thinking about that for months now, and especially the last couple of weeks. Every time I touch the shower and turn it on to warm, there was always a thought, turn it cold, turn it cold. Let's see what happens. Because I like that. I like trying out new things. And this one is big for me because I like it warm, I like the blanket around me. But today I did it. At the end of my normal shower, I already turned it halfway down so that it was not warm but lukewarm. And then without thinking, I just turned around and put it on cold. And the first second, that's the treasury part. The first second is still warm because that's still the warm water in the pipes, in the pipelines of the shower, right? But then it comes totally cold. And I remember that the first thing that I experienced was everything went to my head. There was an enormous rush of blood, I think it is, that went to my head. And I was doing the Wim Hof breathes, the deep breaths. And believe me, you want to breathe. You want to breathe. I wanted to breathe through that cold stuff. So I did 30 breaths. So those deep breathes in and out. Um, and then I decided to step out. And what happened is the moment I stepped out, before I didn't notice because I was with my eyes closed. I was heavily breathing in and out, and because everything went like stress, which it should. It's a good reaction, but I'm just explaining what happened. Um, and then I decided after 30 breaths, it's enough. It was a decision. I stepped out. Could I have been there in longer? Yes. And I will do so the next time. But for now, 30 breaths was enough. And I thought I was opening my eyes when I stepped out of that stream of cold water. And I remember that my sight was totally messed up. Normally you have, a focus point, a brand point where your left eye and your right eye come together, and that's what you see, right? That's the picture that you have. Well, mine points were everywhere. They were here and they were here and they were moving, and it was so much fun to see. Normally when I see one straight line, I saw now double. I saw two straight lines, so both eyes were working independently, and they were moving around and all that type of stuff. Like, okay, I better sit down now before I slip, and because I have no idea what's up and what's right. I felt that everything was like moving in my head. It was so weird experience. So I sat down and I just let it calm down. For it took about 2 minutes to calm down before my eyesight was reasonably close again, that I could take a towel and dry myself up. I wasn't even able to do that. I just wanted to sit down and experience and let it pass through. I did a little bit more breathing, but the stress in my body was calming down. Like, yay, I survived that. A cold shower, good lord. I noticed that about half an hour after, um, the reason why I sat down, actually, by the way, is because I was afraid to take a step. You know, the floor is slippery. There was water on the floor, and I felt my legs. That was not the problem, but they were not like firm on the ground. You know, I have no idea. They probably have blood in them, or maybe part of that blood also went to my head to survival mode. You know, half an hour after I did that, after I calmed down, I still felt a lot of tingling in my arms and in my legs. My legs were a little bit weak. I felt a little bit weak. So it's not like, but you know, not stronger than normal, except my head. My head was alert. It was on alert still. Not like danger alert, but I saw seeing things and you know noticing things a little bit more sharper than you usually are. So the something had changed in my head. My arms and my legs were still tingling. My back, where the water fell on, was still tingling, and that tingling in my arms and my back and my legs lasted about an hour and 50 minutes after I stopped. So quite long, quite long. So why did I do that? I have no idea. Like I said, I was thinking about it for quite some time, and I just wanted to know what it was. You know, I wanted to know what everyone was talking about for years now. Um, and now at least I know the shower part. I don't know the ice bath part yet, but at least the shower part. So I'm quite proud of myself actually for doing that, if I may say that myself, because that's something that I normally avoid. But maybe I'm getting a little bit more. You know, I need to step out of my comfort zone type of person, which is not bad. Which is not bad as long as it's not life threatening. My body certainly thought it was. But that rush towards my head and that weird vision that I had in my eyesight, that was something I did not expect. So I'm very curious now to see, because I'm gonna do it again. I'm very curious now to see what the second time will be like, because now I know what to expect. So now I have to I decided for myself this is a good experience. Because if I go like, you know, oh, I'll never do that again. It was so cold and all that. If I talk myself negatively down towards it, I will never do it again. Um, which is a choice, right? But I don't want to be like that. I survived this. I survived this. Something that I normally hold close, you know, taking a warm shower, relax under the shower, calm my mind down. It's my place to calm down. And now I make it a stress place, right? So I'm not sure if that is the good choice, but I'm gonna do it a second time, and I'll curious to I'll do it a little bit longer, 10 breaths longer. I did 30 breaths now, Wim Hof style, and now I will do full 40. Um, and let's see what and when that happens and how that happens and all that type of stuff. I just thought, does it have anything to do with presenting? Well, except from stepping out of your comfort zone every now and then, it's not. But regarding comfort zone, sometimes it's good, you know, if you have someone there, if you have the right instructions, or you have someone beside you that can guide you or be alongside with you, then it's stepping out of your comfort zone may be scary, but it can be a good thing too, because you're now an experience richer. All right, that's it for today. Have a great day. Bye bye.